I think the United States is the head of the beast, one of the kings of earth, that is wounded. I think what you're seeing coming from the United States is the wound being kind of like aired out. It's like this weak spot in their spiritual reality, their world. And it's closely tied to Christianity, Western Christianity especially. And when I say the wound, I'm really talking about like there is this golden statue thing that he just released, some kind of artificial intelligence video. It's just a way for him to express what is inside him. He wants to deify himself, make an idol out of himself, and he does a lot of the times. Like I saw some kind of a poster of his, Trump way is the only way, which is kind of against. No, it is against the word of God, because Christ is the only way to the Father. So he's trying to make an idol out of himself, and I suppose in some people's eyes he has succeeded. There's these golden statues, but this is like the wound. This does not make him the Antichrist or the beast, rather it's showing this wound that is part of society, civilization, this idolization of money. And this goes like deep. I think the United States is like the best example of it in the world right now. It's this truthless way of being. Like some of their politicians get asked, did Russia invade Ukraine?
Mr. Feinberg, did Russia invade Ukraine?
Well, going to my behind closed doors statement a second ago, I'll just say this.
They moved tanks
and they don't answer the question. They avoid it because they've made it political. They're unable to speak the truth now because they've cast their lot with this wounded thing, and they have to avoid the question, circle around it. Or there's something here, I can't talk about it. There's some kind of a festering wound right here. Just saying the truth. Some woman I saw, the United States government structure, did speak the truth.
It is time for us to say, Mr. President, guess what? Russia invaded Ukraine. Can we at least agree on that one? Facts matter. Y'all, this is literally potentially putting us into an international crisis. We may be heading towards the next world war because we have a president that wants to pal around with Putin and wants to do everything to make him feel good, including lying about who invaded who. Mr. Chair, I got a minute left, but I really want to yield to any of my colleagues and ask them if they will say today, very basically, that when it came down to the war in Ukraine, that it was not Ukraine that invaded Russia, it was the other way around. Is there anybody in here that has enough courage to say that Russia invaded Ukraine?
You can have my time.
And this is yet the problem.
And that's kind of like a breath of fresh air, isn't it? For this wound. Like somebody just spoke the truth. And they did it with, belief in their chest when they spoke it. I don't think anybody can expect more from this woman than what she did. She spoke the truth into a room full of people who are quiet about the truth. Truth is the thing that you're supposed to speak out loud. That cannot become the quiet part. I think we're looking at the wound of the beast. The thing that will be miraculously healed. And people will be amazed. Worship the beast. We are so completely powerless in this world that all we can do is point out these things Every day, more of the illness and sickness appears. They're just like little signs. You can't get tripped up about them. You always have to look deeper. And it's the beast, it's the end of this world that has allowed it to get so bad. I can't wait for the punishment that awaits. The day of darkness, that's a day of light for somebody like me.